Hey there, my fishing friends, and welcome back to the channel. Your old pal, the fishing forecast expert, is here to dive deep into what promises to be a truly fascinating day on the water across the vast United States. We are talking about Thursday, December 12th, 2025, a day that holds both challenges and incredible opportunities, depending on where your lines are cast. This isn't your average, run-of-the-mill winter day, folks. We've got some unique conditions brewing that could lead to either a tough grind or an absolutely epic bite if you know where to look. Stick with me because I'm going to arm you with all the knowledge you need to turn those tricky December conditions into a triumphant day of fishing. Now let's talk tactics and target species, because the USA is a huge country and what works in the frozen north is very different from the balmy south. Up in the dirty northern states, where winter has firmly taken hold, many of you will be thinking about walleye and panfish like crappie and perch, maybe even some big lake trout through the ice. These cold water warriors will be conserving energy, so you need to adjust your approach. Look for them tightly schooled in deeper basins, along channel edges, or suspended over submerged vegetation. When it comes to presentation, slow and low is your mantra. Think small jigs tipped with a grub or a minnow, fished very slowly. For walleye, a jigging wrap or a small spoon worked patiently on the bottom can be deadly. For panfish, tiny tungsten jigs with a wax worm or a soft plastic will get their attention. Remember, those bites can be incredibly subtle in the cold water, so pay close attention to your line. Moving down to the southern and coastal states, where open water fishing is still very much alive, we'll be targeting species like largemouth bass, redfish, and speckled trout. For largemouth bass, look for them congregating in deeper holes around submerged timber or on channel swings, especially in lakes known for big winter fish like Lake Fork in Texas. Try slower-moving baits like jigs, suspending jerk baits, or even a Carolina-rigged worm for redfish, and effete speckled trout. Along the coasts of Florida, Georgia, and Texas, they'll be pushed into deeper channels, protected bays, and shallow flats that warm up quickly with the sun. Live or cut shrimp on a bottom rig, or a slowly worked soft plastic can be incredibly effective. Remember, the bite might not be as aggressive as in summer, so be patient and subtle. Let's break down the conditions that are shaping our forecast for December 12th, 2025. Weather-wise, we're looking at a classic December picture across the United States. Incredibly varied, my friends. Up north, expect crisp, cold temperatures, likely hovering around or below freezing, with potential for light snow showers or flurries. The wind will generally be moderate, but a sharp cold front could bring gusty conditions and a noticeable drop in atmospheric pressure, which often puts fish off the bite temporarily. In the central states, temperatures will range from near freezing to perhaps 10 or 12 degrees Celsius. That's 50 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit, with a mix of sun and clouds. Down south, however, it's a different story. States like Florida could see pleasant highs reaching into the low 20s Celsius, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, though cold fronts can still bring cooler snaps. Atmospheric pressure could be fluctuating as various systems move across the country, so keep an eye on your local forecast. Water temperature is, of course, a huge factor in December. In the northern lakes and rivers, expect water temperatures to be in the low single-digit Celsius, possibly even freezing over in some areas, making ice fishing a reality. In the Great Lakes, we're talking about water hovering just above freezing. As you move south, water temperatures climb. Coastal waters in California might be in the low teens Celsius, 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, while off the coast of Miami, you could still find water in the low to mid-20s Celsius, 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. This colder water significantly slows down fish metabolism, making them less active and more reluctant to chase fast-moving baits. They'll be seeking out warmer pockets and deeper, more stable thermal zones. Now for the Pesach moon phase. On December 12th, 2025, we will have a waning crescent moon, with illumination around 45%. This is the day after the last quarter, so the moon's light is diminishing as it heads towards the new moon. From my experience and what many old-timers will tell you, the waning crescent can be a bit hit or miss. It's often a period of moderate activity, sometimes even a bit sluggish, especially during the brighter parts of the day. However, as we approach the new moon, activity can pick up, often leading to excellent feeding windows around dawn and dusk. Don't let this phase discourage you, but rather use it to your advantage by focusing your efforts during those prime, low-light periods and the warmest hours of the afternoon. Overall, the general activity of fish across the USA on this day will be characterized by a slower, more deliberate pace. Fish are in their winter patterns, meaning less aggressive feeding and a tendency to congregate in predictable, deeper areas to conserve energy. This means your approach needs to be refined and patient. Southern species will be less affected by extreme cold, but will still seek deeper, stable water. Northern species will be lethargic, but can be caught if you present your bait right where they are holding. So, my friends, considering all these factors, the varied cold fronts, the differing water temperatures, and the waning crescent moon, I'm calling the overall bite for the USA on December 12th, 2025 as capricious, ranging from slow to good in localized windows. It's a day where success will hinge entirely on your adaptability and understanding of how these conditions influence fish behavior in your specific region. The key is finding those deep, stable areas where fish are hunkering down, slowing your presentation to a crawl, and capitalizing on the warmest parts of the day or those short, intense feeding windows. I hope this forecast helps you put more fish in the boat. Until next time, remember, stay safe out there, respect the water, and most importantly, have fun. To all my fellow anglers, I wish you nothing but tight lines and long fights. Ni chwosta, ni cheshwi. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another forecast. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter fishing spots and tactics? What's your craziest winter fishing story? I love hearing from you all.